Okay, I think we are live. Hello everyone, and welcome to FPO Expectations. Usually this is the part where Craig waffles about stuff, but unfortunately he's not here due to work commitments, so you get to see my annoying face instead. So again, welcome to Game Week 33 review, Game Week 34 preview, and all that. So yeah. And with me we have two experts, one fairly familiar face and another relatively new face. And here they are. Welcome back, Joe, who's been fit more times than Jack Grealish over the past 2.5 months. How are you doing?
Yeah, somehow fit for this week. So I'm back.
What are the odds of you getting injured again next week?
I think you need to ask Dean Smith about that.
Okay. Then we have Nick, FPL_Nitro. Welcome to FPL Expectations. First time here. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm so honored to be with some amazing FPL legends right here on the show. But yeah, I'm doing well.
Yeah, FPL legend. There's Joe and then there's me.
No, I'm not legend. No way. I'm just.
You're the guy with the top 10K finish. Anyways. We'll get right into.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, let's get into Game Week 33 review. How do you guys get on? I think we'll first start with Joe. Talk us through it.
Oh man, I think I've mentioned it on Twitter, because basically if I didn't do anything, it would have been a green arrow. So basically what I did was, I can't even remember what I did. I brought in Trossard, but I'm not sure who I sold. I can't remember. Oh yeah, I sold Lucas Moura. And I brought in Trossard. And Trossard was playing against Sheffield United, and he had, quote, 0 shots. I quote 0 shots. He had 0 shots, and I benched Rudiger. I don't know why. Why? Oh wait, let me see. Who was he playing? He was playing against West Ham. So I was expecting, maybe some goals between both teams, but Rudiger got a clean sheet and 2 bonus, and Trossard got a measly 2 points. So ended up on. Captain return. Although it's not Iniacho, but I was pretty satisfied with Salah captaincy. But watching the match, it was so frustrating. He scored. I think the 3rd or 4th minute. Really good goal, and I was like, so fired up, and there are so many big chances. Jota scuffed so many chances. Salah, as well, and last minute clean sheet wiped. Courtesy of Willock. No, was it Willock? Yeah,
it was Willock.
I remember at halftime I was saying, this game, screams 1-1. Screams 1-1.
I actually saw the tweet. I saw that tweet.
Yeah, screams 1-1 because Liverpool was just being Liverpool at home. I don't know what happened this season. I think probably the fans, the absence of the fans is probably one of the major factors for them. They just can't score the second one. And when I saw the Wilson goal, I was like, there it is. Then after that, it got ruled out. I was like, oh, okay. At least Trent, I think he was on course for 2 bonus points, if I'm not mistaken. Then after that, up comes Joe Willock again. So end up 1-1, and disappointed but not surprised. That's to sum it all. But Shaw having 2 bonus, it was
a legend.
Quite a surprise. Yeah, legend.
Legend.
I saw the whole match as well. Both teams actually played pretty well, and both defended really well. And Shaw was like I think he was one of, if I'm not I mean, from my observation, he is one of the reasons why Bruno, blanks pretty much quite a number of times recently. Basically Shaw takes all the corners, takes some of the free kicks, which was last time was Bruno's. I remember Bruno taking all the corners, and he had a few assists from corners, but now Shaw is taking them all. So, and he played well. He and Wan Bissaka, I think both of them played really well. Actually, both were on 3 bonus points, but somehow the FPL admin of the FPL towers decided to cut Shaw's bonus point by 1. I think it was like 1 or 2 hours
Changing
later.
of the stats.
Yeah.
Changing of the stats, quote unquote.
Oh, okay. I see. So yeah, red arrow of 1,000. I think still not too bad. So yeah, that's my game week.
Overall, I think Craig usually asks this, so I was about to ask, but you already said what you regret. You did the move and you regret it.
Yeah. I regret it a lot.
Anyways, now time for next game week review. Your first one here. Talk us through it.
Yeah, so I had a really bad couple of game weeks, the last ones coming up to this one. And so I took a -4 and I decided to go a little differential. Salah was the obvious captaincy choice, but I thought, I'm already on a red arrow. I might as well try something different. So I went Nacho, and my guy pulled through with the W. Oh, it's so good, man. When differentials pay off, I'm pretty sure I tweeted it. And yeah, you guys hear a lot about me just praising Nacho in the captaincy shout. But I went for him, and I went for Castagne as well, so he performed as well. It was a shame that the clean sheet got wiped out, but can't win everything. I'm glad the Leicester boys pulled through. I have to agree with so in the sense that watching the Liverpool match was so painful, especially because I captained Nacho, because I knew that if Salah had scored his other 10 million chances that he and Jota had, I would have been in the bin. It would have been a lot for Nacho to try and reel it back. And then, of course, the clean sheet wipeout for Trent was really painful in the last few seconds. But, a couple, Rudiger, I played Rudiger with Dallas as well. He got the clean sheet. And, the bench is not looking so good with the flags. But, yeah, the highlights, Nacho, Castagne, and Salah. Nice. Green arrow, I believe. Couple of spots. I don't remember where, but, yeah, it's good after, I think, 3 weeks in a row of a red arrow. So it was nice to see green again. But, yeah, that was my game week.
So what's your current rank?
Current rank, 260,000, I believe. I don't know.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad, considering it was a lot worse. Couple of minutes ago.
Okay, so I think that's it for the Game Week 33 reviews. Now time for Game Week 34 preview. So any transfers in mind? What do you guys have planned? We'll first start off with Joe's team. So
okay,
talk us through it.
I think for the past week I was in a serious dilemma. I remember watching the Liverpool match, and Jota got subbed before 60 minutes, which pissed me off. 1 point, and I remember tweeting it. I remember tweeting saying, "Okay, that's it." Because initially I had a mental plan of doing Jota to Bale because they are playing Sheffield United, and Bale didn't feature in the Carabao Cup final. So I was saying, okay, that's it. I have the funds to do Jota to Bale. So, and Jota being subbed off before 60 minutes, I was angry, pissed, and I was saying, that's it. I wanted to pull the trigger right then, but I didn't. So Jota to Bale was one of my options. And I see a lot of people in the community plan to hold the transfer because of the so-called potential upcoming double game week 35. So that was one of my options as well. And another option is, binning Trossard for Matias Pereira. You already put up my team, so no surprises anymore. Another option was Matias Pereira because West Brom, they are actually, technically they are still not 100% relegated yet, but they are quite far off actually from Fulham and Brighton. But one player stands out from the West Brom team, which is Matias Pereira. He has been pulling, basically the team together and doing almost like a one-man show. I think I read somewhere that his goals involvement in West Brom was 50%. So every 2 goals scored by West Brom, he is involved in 1. So basically, he's the talisman of West Brom, and West Brom is, trying their very best to get as many points as possible, and they're playing against Wolves, home to Wolves, which I think, just let in 4 goals. Chris Wood hat trick with an assist. You've got to be pretty bad, to be honest, to let Chris Wood score a hat trick against you. So I mean, there are tweets going around saying, Wolves are already on the beach because they are basically safe from relegation and they pretty much have nothing to play for. And Nuno just revealed in his team presser that Wolves have a lot of injuries, but he didn't want to reveal who. So-called don't want to give the other team advantage. Not sure what he means by that, but basically they are in bad shape. And West Brom is playing at home. They are trying their very best to survive. And Matias Pereira, maybe, if West Brom gets relegated, he would probably want to put on a show. I think clearly, he is probably their best player this season. So Trossard to Pereira was one of my options. But they all have their pros and their cons. Bale obviously, playing against Sheffield United, but he doesn't. I mean, he's still a rotation risk, and he doesn't have the double game week, courtesy of Ben Crellin's spreadsheet. Still not confirmed yet, but the chances, the potential is there. So Spurs doesn't have a double game week at 35, and West Brom doesn't have the double game week 35 as well. And I think West Brom's fixture after the Wolves fixture is quite tough, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check. Quick check. Midfields, Pereira, yeah. So after Wolves, they are playing against Arsenal away, Liverpool home, West Ham home, and Leeds away. Not the worst fixtures, but definitely tougher than slightly tougher than Wolves. But Matias Pereira, he is a big game player. He scored, I think, 21 points against Chelsea. Other than that, he scored, I think, a penalty against Villa. So I think he is quite a good shout, but I didn't put him on because he didn't have the double game week and their fixtures got harder then. So I was pretty much on holding my transfer until the last minute, where I saw some tweets flying around saying, Leicester is good. It's going to be away to Southampton again, Leicester. And Friday night, I think it was Banger was it Banger's tweet? I can't remember. You know, it was so tempting, and I just look around, fiddling around, and I saw Madison. So immediately, I think I was like, when was this? I think I did it after dinner or something. I was like, no, just screw it, and Leicester has this so-called double game week potential, so I just did it. Trossard to Madison. So they're playing against Southampton away, and Southampton recently, I think they have the worst defensive record, if I'm not mistaken. And
they are genuinely bad.
Yeah, really, really bad, really bad. I think they are like the worst in recent history. Even worse, I think even worse than Sheffield United, if I'm not mistaken. They are like the number 20 in, I think, since game week 26 or something. So yeah, why not? Madison, I think he's not back in form yet. I think since his injury, I think he's only played like what, two games.
Two starts in a row. The last two starts were his first two starts since the injury.
Yeah, and I think he started in the FA Cup semi-final as well. But I think, one thing about Madison is he doesn't hit the ground running. He needs a few games at least. So I hope this is the game where he regains his form. So we'll see about that. So yeah, so
also,
that's pretty.
By the way, to those who believe in like fate and stuff, last time Leicester smashed 9 against Southampton, Madison had 1 return. Just saying.
Oh dear.
He had
Don't
1
say
goal.
Well,
0 assists.
No, I mean, yeah, one goal is good. It's good enough for me, man.
It's a return.
I feel
it's still a return.
Yeah, it's a return.
Yeah,
so I was actually checking, right, because Joe said it. I've filtered out since the 9-0, like when Man United smashed 9 against them. So that since after that, Southampton have the worst defensive record. I'm not counting before then because there's one obvious outlier. But they've conceded 24 goals in 11 games since that game. The next worst is Sheffield United, 21 in 11. So they are bad. 2 goals a game bad.
Since the 9-0 win, the loss in Leicester?
Against Man United.
Oh, against Man United,
So
yep.
Since early February, they've played 11 games. They conceded 24 goals. And we're not even looking at underlying stats. We're just looking at expected
goals conceded.
Goals conceded.
Mm-hmm.
Expected goals conceded.
So, yeah, that's why I go for Madison. But latest news: Rudiger is out. Rudiger is out for the Fulham game. So I actually tweeted out my team already before the announcement. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Veltman obviously is going to come in for Rudiger. Tempted to switch Veltman and Target's places, but I don't know. Villa hasn't been really doing well defensively either. So I did probably not really keen to double up on Villa defense. So that's why I put Veltman as the first defensive sub. So captaincy.
Also, to be fair, Leeds don't have Rafinha. That is a lot of their creativity gone.
Yes. Yeah. It's pretty obvious in the match against Man United. I think Helder Costa did decently, but still not enough. So I don't know. I mean, who else is going to help them? I think Harrison. Harrison also had a few chances, I think. But without Rafinha, somehow they are not as dynamic as going forward.
Next level. So you're gonna miss him. It's a bit like Grealish to Villa, but not as like dependent, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, still Bamford had his chances, but somehow,
Yeah.
I mean, he needs like more chances than that in order to get to score. So, and Rafinha is still out. He's still a dog. I think looks
Yeah.
quite bad. I'm not sure whether probably he might be back for the last 2 games of the season, maybe, or 3 games. I don't know. So yeah. So this is my team. Captain on Kane, and vice on Iniacho.
Any temptation to switch it around? Because I've seen a few go the other way.
No, not for me. Not for me. I think Kane. I don't know. I think Kane is gonna smash it. Okay, fine. I hope Kane is gonna smash it.
Okay. I tried my best to convince you. Moving on.
So I was gonna say
Yep.
as well, like you have Bamford in your team, and I feel like
Yep.
nowadays Bamford is becoming like a differential, and you could back Bamford maybe a goal or two past the Brighton, and so
Yeah.
maybe that might convince you to switch the spots of Veltman and Target, but you have a point that Villa they don't hit as different in the recent games, so.
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough.
yes. As poor as Everton is at the moment, I don't know. I think I'm probably still not too. I mean, still a bit risk adverse in terms of doubling up on Villa. Having Martinez alone for me is already like I'm not sure whether he's going to keep a clean sheet or not in the first place.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so that's why I keeping it as it is. I'm to be honest, I'm not really expecting Bamford to score this game week. I think Brighton, they are actually, I mean, stats wise, they are actually pretty strong, and they are playing at home. So I could see this. Who knows? Another 0-0, maybe. Yeah.
Could
so
be.
that's I don't know.
Could be.
I could be wrong. It could be like what, 2-2 don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah. So that's just pretty much my team.
And so we move on to Nick's team. Any transfers, any dilemmas? Talk us through it.
Okay. Whoa, wait. The Rudiger flag popped up. Is that just me? I didn't see that. I mean, we knew about it.
I think because George, I don't think he's actually refreshed his page when the flag was added, and maybe that's why.
Let me try now.
God. That's so alarming, bro.
Yep, it's up now.
It's there.
Okay.
What does it say? It says, okay,
Knock.
it's like a...
No. I think he should be back for the second leg against Real Madrid, so it's probably just a 1 game week thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but the Fulham game, man. The Fulham game. No. Okay, anyway, we move. I'm going to stick same thing. It's a bit of a weird rationale, but I'm kind of looking to roll the transfer because I took a -8 in the Spurs double game week to bring in Son, and then I took a -4 last game week. I just need a break from hits. So I'm kind of sticking to that as the rationale. And I know Rudiger being injured is a little tempting, but I think I'm going to have to firm it. I mean, I took hits, so I'm going to try and recover from that. Otherwise, the Liverpool boys there, we got Fernandez there as well, Castagne and Nacho. I really think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I cannot take the armband off of Kane. I think it's just screaming points, and EO is there as well. It's a little swaying, nagging factor in the back of my head. But yeah, the armband is still going to be on Kane. But yeah, honestly, with the mindset that I knew I wasn't going to make any transfers, it made the week feel a lot more relaxed. Because despite all the stats being thrown around, all the differentials that could go around, I stuck by my decision that I would try and recover from my hits and not make any transfers. It made the game week planning a lot easier. So I'm kind of calm. I think the obvious move here is to play Vidra instead of Rudiger. I don't expect Vidra to do much, but it's points, hopefully. There has been news of Barnes coming back, which could threaten his spot.
No. I think latest news is Barn is going to go under the knife again. So he's
Really?
definitely out for the season.
Oh, geez. Well,
Yeah.
bad news for him, but I guess that's good news for a Vidra owner. And yeah, that means there are 3 flags on the bench.
Oh
once
no,
Rudiger
you mean
moves.
Ashley Barnes? Sorry,
I meant
thought
Ashley
about-
Barnes, yeah. Yo, you
Sorry.
were talking about Harvey Barnes, right?
Yeah. Barnes, I think Ashley Barnes is probably back soon.
Oh.
Sooner than
Okay, that's what I heard as well. Honestly, when you said that, I thought that's a miracle. I will take that news any day of the week. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Back to earth. Okay, that's all right. That's okay. I'll still play Vidra. He'll probably have a better chance of playing than Rudiger at this point. But yes, that's what the team's looking like. Yeah. Did I lose you guys?
I think if Rudiger's out, who's going to come in for you?
It would be Vidra, I think, provided he plays.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be a 3-4-2, 3-4-3. But the other two, they're not going to play, Rafinha and Phillips. So I'm hoping Vidra plays.
I think probably Vidra still will play. But if
Yeah.
anyone else is benched, then oops.
Yeah. I'm going to have to firm it, honestly. It's a bit of a stubborn hunch to go with because I took a couple of hits, but we're getting too close to the deadline. I'm just going to roll with this, honestly.
Oh, okay. Sam just texted me. He said his Chrome crashed, trying to get back into stream.
That's why. I thought I lost you guys for a second. It scared me.
Sam disappeared from us from the screen. So maybe I'll just try to co-host for a while. So let's see. So your captaincy is going to be on Kane. Your vice is on Lingard.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this. I saw the Nacho vice captaincy is a pretty obvious shout. I was thinking that too.
Yep.
I looked at playing Burnley. Burnley had a great game against Wolves, but they haven't kept a clean sheet since I think game week 24, double game week 24. They haven't conceded the most goals, but they still haven't kept a clean sheet. And it's Lingard, right? Lingard is going to find some sort of way to get a return.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There was a rumor that Lingard wasn't fit. I think this is, but I think in a team presser, his name wasn't mentioned to be as one of the doubts. So I think he should be fit to play. So this is the okay, cool. So let's see. Okay.
So
maybe,
I'm back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
So what happened was my Chrome, the browser, crashed. It went into a not responding mode, and then for 2 seconds it was okay. While you were talking about Barnes going under the knife and you mistaking between the two Barnes, it was going all right. And then after that, it completely crashed, and I had to restart everything.
Oh no.
Then again, I'm on the show. Technical issues always happen when I'm on the show. It's not a surprise anymore. Every single time. Okay. So, did I miss anything?
I think Nick pretty much shared his team. So that's pretty much set. I think you're gonna hold transfer, right?
Yeah. Even with the Rudiger injury.
Yeah, I think that's a wise move. Going, because we are not sure now whether there will be a double game week 35 or 36.
Yeah.
So according to Ben, he says there is a chance that the deadline 37 deadline will be pushed back, but the game week 36 deadline will be unchanged. If that happens, then there will be no blank game weeks. And Villa, Crystal Palace, Everton, and Southampton will double on game week 36. So there'll be no doubles in game week 35, but 4 teams will double in game week 36, and there will be no blank game weeks. I think that's that's probably quite ideal as well. To if you ask me, I to be honest, personally, I really don't like blank game weeks. So
They're annoying.
yeah, they're annoying, really annoying, because especially when your bench are all blank players and suddenly there are other players that's supposed to play and they got bench as well. So it's pretty annoying. So yeah, so that's so the gist of the double game week is now fixtures have been moved, confirmed, but we are not sure whether the double game week will be on 35 or 36. So it really depends on the deadline. If the deadline is moved, then game week 35 will be probably like this long, and then game week 36 this short, things like that. So we'll probably know more. Definitely, we'll know more before the game week 35 deadline. So if you're not sure what to do, probably a wise move is to hold your move, just like what Nick does. So yeah.
So you tweeted some wise words, I think quite recently, right? When in doubt, do nothing. Dude, that's FPL in a nutshell,
But obviously, sorry.
Joe's
Sam,
like
go
that
ahead.
one guy. Joe says something like, okay, if in doubt, do nothing. And then when he goes into his own team, it's like, okay, -4, -6, -4. And the best part is he actually gets them right. That's the best part.
No, I remember. I think Nick, you mentioned my tweet saying when in doubt, do nothing. Then after that, I quoted that tweet and I say maybe not.
Really?
yeah, that's what I did. So it's like
Joe goes from a saint to a cold-blooded killer within the space of one logging into his FPL.
Yeah, I mean, so that's basically how I play FPL. Yeah.
It's like FPL, so when in doubt, do nothing. Also FPL, so take a -4 for Madison. Dude, this is class, man.
Sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. So
To be fair, yeah, the Madison punt could be big. So not gonna argue.
could be, yeah, because I think one thing about my season so far is I've left without any chips. I don't have any more wild card, so I'm just going to take 1 week by 1 week, and it's already game week, like what, game week 34. So basically there are only like 4 more game weeks left. So I'm just playing,
winging it.
Yeah, I mean winging it on a single game week. So I don't really plan that far ahead for now.
Yeah. Okay. No, fair enough.
Okay. So I think we can move on to captaincy options. I feel like we've touched a bit on this, like just before. But here's the thing, right? I feel like we always go to community questions at the end, but I've spotted something. A wild Craig asking questions while I walk. Are you actually walking, Craig? We need answers.
No snitches.
Anyway, I think we should just answer it while we're at it. I think you both are on Kane captaincy, right? And you both on Kane and Son. Any temptation to move? I know Joe's not tempted to move.
Nah.
Nick, are you tempted? No.
No,
Okay.
I'm not. He did wonders for me last game week, but it's one of those you just know, right?
Yeah,
it's the gut feeling. Yeah, so I can't do it.
I mean, personally, for when I look at Kane, I think he was definitely disappointed in the final, the loss at the final, and I think he is he still in a golden boot, or is it Salah now?
I think it's currently Salah, but Kane's close behind, I think.
Yeah, so I think Kane, and he just won, I think, Player of the Season by, I don't know which association. Just gave me Player of the Season. So I think basically he would want the top four, definitely. And he would want the, what do you call that, the Golden Boot as well. So I think personally, I think he wants to do well.
Sorry.
I think he wants to end well this season. Whether will he stay in Spurs next season, that's a whole different question. But basically, I think he wants to end well this season, and probably in the same time, to sharpen his boots for the Euros.
And also to play for a move away. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he needs to prove much for a move away. Clubs, would any club would love to have him, but I think he really wants to do something for Spurs, or at least get the top four, and then after that, only he will consider whether to stay or to move. But if Spurs lost that top four, things are looking pretty grim, I think, for Spurs trying to keep their best players.
I think they're not that far off top four. I think it's like Chelsea, West Ham, Liverpool, and then Spurs.
Yeah.
I haven't actually checked the table yet. Yeah.
Let me just. Where is it?
Okay, so apparently it's the London Football Awards, the Player of the Season thing.
Yeah. London Football Awards.
I think we do have to mention one thing, though, is that Kane is a really good captaincy option, but I also reckon that Son and Nacho aren't bad options either for people that want to go out on a wing. Don't let EO deter you. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Nacho is a great captaincy option. Stats are there. He's in the form of his life. Oh, he's so good, bro. He's so good.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Not a bad shout.
I mean, I've seen him since his City days, where when Aguero gets injured and he has to deputize for him in City, he actually did pretty well. And that was like so long ago. And then when he went to Leicester, it was a good transfer. It was a good move for Leicester, for him. But somehow, he didn't get that much chances until this season, where he just suddenly has had a spark, like the last goal, the goal against which team again?
The last game, right?
Palace, is it?
Palace.
Oh yeah, Palace. Yeah. That goal, my gosh,
right?
The goal is good. The touch.
Yeah. So I mean, a player with confidence can only do that. He just know where the goal is, and he just whip that ball in. He just can envision what he wants to do and do it. So that's what confidence brings in a player. They can envision what they want to do, and the body just do it. So form of his life, full confidence. Definitely not a bad shot at all for captaincy.
Also, the run of games, I think, helped him a lot, because back then he wasn't actually getting that much game time. It's usually when Vardy gets a rest, he comes in and then goes back out again. Now he's actually getting a run of games. And also, I think the the front two things suits him rather than as a lone striker. So that also helps, I think.
And at the same time, Vardy actually does really well in creating space for him.
Yeah.
Because Vardy just pulls defenders away, and vice versa. Because if the defenders don't follow Vardy and follow Iheanacho, and Vardy, Vardy is going to score as well. So defenders are in the dilemma, who to track down. Both players are great in finishing and in creating spaces. So it's quite a deadly combo, if you ask me.
Yeah. Okay. I think while we're at it, I think we should just display Marina's captaincy metric. It's a blurred screenshot, Forgive me for that because I just took it off the video. But okay. I'm trying to. Okay, I can't zoom in enough. Okay, can you guys see?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Can the chat see?
I think you need to
It's
zoom.
in-
I think you need to shrink it a little bit more.
Okay. Now just trying to get to the top because the bottom nobody really cares about it. Nobody's gonna captain Watkins or Lacazette, so I'm just gonna leave those out. Okay. So let's just have a look. Okay. So apparently Jesus is at the top. I think Baron also mentioned something like it has a bit of context, so I'm guessing it's mostly to do with the fixture as well as assuming he starts. So
Yes.
yeah, there's a lot of caveat into Jesus becoming first. So I guess after that it's Iheanacho, Kane, the ones that we discussed, and then Lingard at 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think that has a lot to do with form.
Yeah, had a lot to do with form and his returns, recent returns. Not so much on the fixture, but I think based on his recent performance. This is about
4
Lingard.
2+ returns. 4 2+
Yeah.
returns. I think that impacts a lot.
Yep. And the 4 2+ returns is in a row. Oh no, not in a row. Let me see.
He got 3 in a row. He got 3 in a row. That's all I can remember.
Yeah, he got 3 double digits in a row. And then after that, he had 1 return after that, and then after that against Chelsea he blanked. So but basically what it shows here is that he is on form of his life as well.
Yeah, Burnley's defense aren't that great as well, I think. Let me just check for the sake of it. Okay. Let me go to Okay, so in the last 78 game weeks, where are they in goals conceded? They're actually 11 goals conceded in the last 7, so not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. But when they concede 1, there's the potential to completely capitulate. There's that with Burnley.
Yeah.
So I guess we can just move on.
I was just speaking to Joe when you went down, Sam. When you crashed, I was speaking to Joe. I had my vice captain on Lingard, and it's a bit of a weird. The vice captaincy isn't too big of a decision, but I kind of gave it a bit of thought because, like you said, the Burnley match against Wolves is a bit of a crazy one. Where they kept a clean sheet and scored. And they scored 4. But in the last couple of game weeks, they haven't kept a clean sheet since the double game week 24, which is quite substantial. It's quite, it's not like we've identified, is not horrible. 11 goals is not too bad, but if they're not keeping clean sheets, that means people like Lingard are able to slip past a couple, right?
Yep.
Also another thing, right? I think I haven't actually watched much of Burnley recently, but apparently they attack a lot more. Like on the first instance, they try to pass forward a lot more compared to the past. Like against Man United, when they played us, I think there's a bit of it there, but at the same time, they're trying to hold a bit back, so I can't actually judge. But when they're going forward, chances are they're going to leave space behind. And West Ham, Bowen and Antonio.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bowen and Lingard, my word.
Yeah.
If they get space, you're dead.
If they get to counter, oh my gosh, they're just gonna smash it. Like Fornals, Bowen, and Lingard, this 3, they will have a good time. Because I think they recently Burnley. They yes, like what you say, they tend to attack more, pass more, but somehow they leave spaces in the midfield. It's quite empty. If you notice some of their games, the forward and the defense, and then in the middle is it's a lot of space. So Lingard and Bowen, these players, they love this kind of spaces. So if if West Ham gets to counter, it's going to be really, really nasty for Burnley. And
Lingard played 3 years under Lingard played 2 years under Van Gaal, 3 years under Mourinho, 1.5 years under Solskjaer. He's made for space.
Mind you, like West Ham, they are still trying to push for that spot as well, top 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I think David Moyes won Manager of the Season under the London Awards. I think London.
Little football awards apparently.
Another one.
So David Moyes won Manager of the Season, and Lingard is also trying to warm himself up to that Euro spot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can just. Anywho, I guess that's a anticlimactic end to captaincy. So I think we can just move on. Yeah, I'm still getting used to the hosting. Now I have way more respect for Craig than I used to. Like, how do I end these things?
You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
Okay, I think we can move on to community questions. What other topics is there to discuss? Not much, right?
Probably, I think the first question is by Vincent.
Yeah. Let me just scroll. Oh, wait. I think this is the first question. Rudiger and Cresswell still out. Okay, that's another question. Had to take a forced hit. If you haven't yet asked Joe how he does it, and then you can get it. And okay, this is the first question by Vincent. Salah and Greenwood to Sterling and Bale for a -4. Is it too risky? I'm in the top 5K now, but it's only 20 points above 10K. However, my team is pretty tempted and I have a mini league to chase. Need some advice. Go ahead.
Ooh, it is. It's got the risk, but high risk, high reward, Oh.
I think if you ask me, it's probably good for this week, but you have problems after this week. Basically, Man City, they still have the Champions League to go to fight for. Bale, I can see him starting against Sheffield United, but I've heard some tweets saying that he might be. He's still a rotational risk, definitely. Will Bale start every game until the end of the season? Personally, I can't see that, but probably let's say 3 out of 5 maybe, or 4 out of 5. -4. So you're actually trying to gain these points on this game week. So Salah and Greenwood, tough one. I would say you can do it for this game week, and probably even get more points. Sterling and Bale probably get more points than Salah and Greenwood for this game week. But like I say, subsequent game weeks, it might be transfers. It might be, you might have to use your free transfers to move them up or to another player. If you don't mind that, then go ahead. Because, but mind you, Sterling and Bale both are premium players, and probably you would want to bring Salah back after that. So if you don't mind moving in and out, even with hits or with free transfers, then go ahead. One thing's for sure, Sterling and Bale is definitely more exciting than Salah and Greenwood this week. So if you're looking purely at this week, go ahead. I would go ahead.
One thing I would say though is, like I said, like Zoe has said perfectly, it's a pretty exciting duo to watch and kind of have in your team. Sterling is my concern because I feel like in the past he has been an amazing FPL asset and he has been pretty good couple of times this season too, double digits hauls, but obviously rotation is the obvious concern. And I also feel like for 11 million, you're paying for Sterling for that. I don't know. It's just not worth it. I would rather hold Salah, despite Salah being blatantly more expensive. I feel like the money is there, right, to hold Salah. It's kind of biased because I have Salah and I'm planning to hold, but like I said, it's high risk, high reward. Sterling could, I'm going to say this, and Sterling's going to get a 12-point haul, right? So it's your game, you own your moves, and yeah, it could go extremely well. So go for it.
I should say though, personal experience, I owned Sterling 3 game weeks ago. I got sick of him after 20 minutes, let alone complete the whole 90. I picked him on wildcard for 1 week. I got sick of him after 20.
I mean, my advice if you own Sterling is you don't watch the match.
Never, don't.
You'll probably lose like half of your hair after that.
Your blood pressure will go up.
I think a few turned grey after watching City versus Leeds. A few of mine turned grey. I'm not even 20 yet.
Good question.
Sterling is kind of nailed to start anyways because I think Foden and Mahrez gets the Champions League slot. Sterling and either Bernardo Silva or Ferran Torres gets the Premier League slot. So it's just a matter of do you think they'll return? If you think so, just go for it. If you don't.
Yeah.
Anywho, let's go to another question. I think we kind of touched on this. Are you keeping Rudiger? Because Tuchel said most likely he'll be ready for the game versus Madrid, or dump him. For who if I sell? I guess the second bit, maybe I think we haven't touched upon yet. Because I'm pretty sure you both are keeping Rudiger from what I remember.
Yeah. Personally, I'm keeping, because to be honest, I mean if you look at I think if you look at the second question for who if you want to sell, I think I have someone ask me about this, who to get if to sell. So assuming same price, assuming you get Rudiger at let's say 4.7 or 4.8 ish, so you're looking to sell to another defender at about that same price point. So a few names come up to mind, considering their fixtures, considering their double game week potentials. One of the names is probably Holgate of Everton. I think Everton they are most definitely getting another double game week because they have another game against Villa, which has been. They have an extra game to play, so Holgate might be something, might be a player that you can consider at 4.8, because Everton have pretty good, decent fixtures until the end of the season, and they have a double game week. Another player that don't have a double game week, but they have quite a decent fixture is Soufal of West Ham. So West Ham, I think their fixtures until the end of the season is pretty good. They're playing against Burnley this week, then Everton. Everton after that they're playing Brighton, West Brom, and they end the season with Southampton. So yeah, so far is currently I think like what 4.7. Yeah, 4.7. So he is a good candidate if you wish to move away from Rudiger at that same similar price point.
Yeah, Joe. Sorry to interrupt, but he just said Holgate is too expensive. So yeah, that option is dead.
Oh
no! So if Holgate is too expensive, meaning like what? I think meaning
he bought 4.7. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, so if it's 4.7, then Soufal.
Yeah,
Soufal. 4.7.
Okay, Holgate is 4.8. So apparently, so I'm guessing he bought Rudiger either 4.5 or 4.7, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So one name I'm gonna throw out here though is a bit. I'm gonna throw out Luke Ayling, 4.4, I think. Leads defense. He hasn't got a
Ailing.
goal and assist yet. He hasn't got a goal and assist yet, but Leeds fixtures are like for the next 5
They're
are
okay.
mid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually they are actually I think they're tighter in defense recently. Yeah, I mean base.
Rudiger's 4.6. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so you can't afford Christensen as well. That's a bummer.
Yeah. Ailing is 4.4.
Do I think Ayling or Struck? Ayling or Struck? What do you guys think?
What about the straight swap to Christensen? I don't know if this could.
I think
trying to
Christensen is
throw.
0.1. Christensen is, I think, 0.1 too expensive for him because
Oh.
Rudiger's 4.6, Christensen's 4.7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Christensen's 4.7.
His selling price for Rudiger is 4.6.
Okay.
Rudiger or Struck? I mean not Rudiger or Struck, Ayling or Struck, sorry.
I would prefer Ailing out of the two.
I guess the thing with Struck is if Liam Cooper comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Ailing sometimes plays the wingback role, right? Sometimes depends on availability of Alios, whoever the other guy is. I don't know who the other guy
I think
is.
he's a right back by trade.
Yeah.
He plays center back, yeah.
Yeah, depends on the formation Bielsa plays, but yeah, he.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he likes holding. Okay, maybe holding, but he dislikes Arsenal very much. Yeah, Arsenal's Arsenal.
No, I would. To be honest, I would advise to avoid them. They are. I don't know. They are just so self-destructive at the moment.
Hey
Arsenal
man,
gonna Arsenal.
I'm an Arsenal fan, and I can tell you wholeheartedly, you should probably stay away, because like this club has given me this club has given me a lot of tears to shed, a lot of anger. Yeah, for the sake of your mental health, you should probably stay away from. As tempting as holding is at 4.2, 4.3.
4.3, I think.
He is cheap, bro. He is cheap, but don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Especially Newcastle. They're looking all right. Newcastle, I think, with ASM back, could be at least a goal. I reckon. So be careful.
Okay, I think. So our final answer. What's it? Holding? I mean, no, not holding. Ailing.
Jokes.
I think Ailing. He can't afford so far. So Ailing, and Alioski is actually pretty decent as well. I think if I'm not mistaken, the last match he was pretty attacking on the left side.
Yeah.
And it's 4.3. So could be someone you can consider.
Actually, I back that. I like the Alioski mention. I think. Yeah. Eye test. Pass the eye test for sure. So.
So that's about it, I guess. Alioski, final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So the experts are saying Alioski, so yeah. That's about it.
I mean, unless you would want to go for Fulham. Fulham's fixtures are pretty decent after 34. They have Burnley, then they have Southampton, then Man United, and then they end the season with Newcastle. So winnable games for them. Some are winnable games. So they would probably try to do their best to try to survive. And Anderson or Adarabayo, Aina, Adarabayo, Anderson, these players are all below 4.6, if you don't mind. But if you ask me to choose, I'll probably go for Anderson.
He has the aerial threat or something, right, Anderson?
Yeah, and he likes to attack as well.
Yeah.
So Anderson is 4.5.
I think we've given quite a few options. So put them in a hat. Take out whoever you like, and then just place them in your 11.
Just don't put Holding in the hat. Don't put any Arsenal defenders in that hat. And for the sake of your health, don't do it.
You can even by holding on a paper, burn that paper. Okay, I think let's move on to another question. Sorry for dragging too long there. Vincent with Trent, Shaw, Dunk, Dallas, Watkins, start or need at least 3 defenders. Go ahead.
Trent, Shaw, Dallas,
That's quick.
Watkins.
Ooh. Who are Villa playing? Everton, right?
Villa are
Yeah.
playing Everton, yeah.
Yeah. It would be Trent, Shaw. I wish I had Shaw, but there's no physical way of me getting him in, and it's killing me every time. But it would be Trent, Shaw, Dallas. Yeah, I think Watkins. I like to back the attacker over the defender, but you need to have 3, right? So,
But Dunk.
So
Dunk.
Dunk.
Dunk home against Leeds. Dunk takes free kicks. Dunk.
I have a sneaky feeling Dunk might get something that game. I might actually start him ahead of Jota in my own team.
Oh man, where's Swing when you need him?
I think he's still in the chat.
But yeah, I mean, if you're looking at pure attacking potentials, definitely Trent, Shaw, Dallas, and Watkins. I think they are probably positioned better or have a higher ceiling, so to speak.
yeah.
Fullbacks over the centre back, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's there. He's still there. He's still there. I was waiting for this. I forgot the ref's name. I should have remembered it. The guy who wrote Dunk's free kick out.
Oh, yeah. I think it's Lee Mason.
Bro, you
So
can
funny.
feel the pain in that comment. You can feel it.
The anger towards Lee Mason, it hasn't cooled down. It's been about a month.
I don't think he can forget for the rest of his life.
It's a bit like that Sane assist
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
few years ago.
the rage.
Okay, I'm just looking for another question. Wait, is there another question?
I think we have one from
Yeah.
Samsung.
Yeah, here. I think this one.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. He's gonna sell Greenwood for Son and might take a -4 hit to sell Diaz for, I think, Chelsea defender, Spurs defender, Brighton defender, or Dallas. Need some advice here. Before we go anything, let's just rule Spurs out for the sake of it. Their centre backs are trash. Their right back can't play football, and their left back is a crackhead. So let's just rule them out.
I mean, do you really need to take that -4 in the first place? I think Diaz is still worth keeping for now against Palace. And then
I guess
all
it
you need
depends on
is
whether you think he's gonna start, because you never know. They have a Champions League semi-final in like 3 days.
I mean, just get a sub on the bench if you are worried that Diaz will be benched, unless you need that funds, unless he needs that to fund for Son. So let's assume that he needs to take the -4. If it was me, I would probably go for Dallas. Yeah, because firstly is the fixture, and secondly is his attacking potential, because he's basically a midfielder. He's not even a defender.
Yeah.
So I would go for Dallas.
I think if you have the funds to do just Greenwood to Son, you probably should do that.
Yeah.
But if you need to free up funds, Dallas is. He plays midfield, so it's screaming points. If the clean sheet is gone, then it's the attacking return.
Yeah, I mean, even against Man United, I think he had like 1 or 2 shot on targets, you know, which are actually pretty decent chances if if he didn't just shoot it straight at the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So and he gets into good positions. He gets into good positions to take that final shot. So, yep. Dallas. I mean, speaking of which, I think maybe I need to plan for Dallas as well. Sooner or later.
I have Region in my team. That's Dallas' spot right there.
Oh.
I have that crackhead in my team. That's where Dallas is gonna go.
FPL aside, though, Dallas is so fun to watch play. Like, aside from FPL, he's so fun to watch play. Like, he plays midfield so well.
I'll take his lead player of the season. Ahead of Rafinha, ahead of Bamford.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's pretty. He's like the unsung hero, you know, pull things together and really gets into good positions. Seeing him play, he's almost like Gundogan when Gundogan was on form, you know, arriving things later than usual and taking those last shots, final shots at goal. So.
By the way, guys, I think we are past the hour mark, so I think we might need to speed up just a tad.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna rush through it. Okay. Davinder Raj with Jota, Watkins, Greenwood, Veltman. Which two to start? That's tough.
This is tough.
As I was saying, we have to speed through this. We get there.
Okay. I would start Watkins and Greenwood.
Watkins and Greenwood.
That's me.
I don't know. I don't own any of them, so I'm gonna go Jota, Greenwood. But Greenwood definitely. If I had a way of getting Greenwood, I would get him and start him.
Okay. So Greenwood is the common one. Joe says Watkins. Nick says
Jota.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it. And then we have Swain. Start two from Lee Mason, Veltman, or Vidra.
I'm gonna make him start Dunk.
Start
Dunk
both of the Brighton defenders.
Probably Dunk and Vidra, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. Out of the Brighton, I don't really mind, but yeah, definitely Vidra because of the attacking potential.
I think Sam, you missed on a question by Izzat.
Oh yeah, I did it. Who's the captain? Don't have Kane.
Ooh. Any Spurs?
I think we touched upon it.
Yeah, we touched upon it. I think basically is if you have other Spurs like Son, you captain him. If not, then maybe Iheanacho or Lingard. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Or if you are adventurous, you can guess the pet roulette and whoever it is.
Okay, so after that, another question. We covered the swing one. Lee Mason is one show I get to host, and I'm taking the mick out of Lee Mason. Sorry, Swing. Okay, we have a question here. Digne for Dallas this week overall. So,
this one is tough. I think Everton is playing against Villa.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly because of the double game week, right? The double game week next.
Yeah.
Everton's playing at home.
I really like Digne as a player. I owned him before they had a blank or something, right? I owned him before the blank, and he didn't do much. I'm not gonna lie. He was one of the players I was hoping for something big, and it just never came. He
has always been like this, you know. I remember we had a meme where there is a roulette for Digne, and then you just move that roulette to see how many points he gets. You know, sometimes
it's a 17, a negative 2, a 0, a 1, a 12.
Yeah, I remember that. sometimes he gets a red card, sometimes he gets a 1 point yellow card, or sometimes he gets. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, one thing different from him this season is I think he hasn't scored a goal yet at all. I think previous seasons he did score before, but this season he has yet to score a goal, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
Might be right. Yeah.
Yeah, he has 8 assists so far, which is crazy. And currently he scores 0. But I think if you ask me, considering they have a double game week, down the line, and then they are playing against a fairly leaky Villa side, I would probably bring him in.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have a decent sub for Diaz. I would bring him in because I think Everton are pretty much guaranteed a double game week down the line. It's just a question of when. And Digne is explosive. He has his both side of the scale is pretty extreme. So you're in for a ride.
Yeah. The thing I like about Digne is, I don't know about recently, but he gets put in the midfield sometimes, occasionally.
Yeah.
Even if he's not in the midfield, he's still up there contributing to the attack. So yeah, it'd be a pretty good transfer.
He's the main guy on their left, anyways, regardless of whether he plays defensively.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. I would do it. Sounds like a good transfer to make.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Nick? Anything to add? Agree? Disagree? Okay.
Yeah, I think we're playing a different game when we have City assets. We're already trying to play FPL. Now we're playing a different City kind of roulette. So I think to save the hassle, let's just go no City or little City.
Yep.
Okay, so both the experts say do the move. If it backfires, it backfires. So be it. Now another one. Nick, I think you just had another follow on Twitter from Vincent.
Boom! Big up Vincent. Let's go. My God, thank you, man.
Okay, let's move on. And last question: who's going to return sooner, Rafinha, Grealish, Craig? I'm pretty sure after seeing my performance today, I think Craig would actually just cut off his work ties, come back on tomorrow next week's stream.
Nah, you're being too hard on yourself. You're doing well. I think Grealish will come back sooner.
To be honest, it's Rafinha versus Craig and Grealish versus Joe. I think that should be the rivalry. For the record, that's my opinion. And saying he'll start on.
Oh, good luck, man.
All the best. If he does well, you deserve it.
Can someone quickly check who's refereeing Brighton's game? Can someone quickly check who's refereeing Brighton's game?
Did they already announce it?
I think they should, right? Because they announced it like a week before, I think.
I don't see it.
I don't know how to search. That's the thing.
I looked up who is refereeing Brighton Leeds game, and there's Chris. Is he a ref? Chris Kavanagh.
Oh, Chris Kavanagh. Yeah, I think so. That name sounds familiar. I just don't know who. I just don't know what he does. Okay, let's just move on. I think he will search it for himself. And another question now. Bruno to Son this week. With the doubles confirmed now, Bruno might be the standout captain option next week, though. Bruno to Son. Seems like it's a bit too late. Like a bit 2 weeks too late.
I think like we've mentioned, the doubles, it's not really confirmed yet whether it's going to be game week 35 or game week 36. If it's game week 35, then yes, Bruno would have the double. But if it's on game week 36, then it will just be a single game week for Man United. So if you're looking at purely, I think this week, I think Bruno to Son is a good option. It's a good option because I think, firstly, I think Man United, they have to play the second leg against Roma. So, to be honest, although United won 6-2 on the first leg, I don't think Bruno will be benched for the second leg. I don't see it. I think it's important that they start a strong team to see the game through, if you ask me. So, Bruno to Son, I think if you look at this week only, I think it's a good transfer to make.
I have a question about this question. This question asks, with the doubles confirmed now, Bruno might be the standout captain option next week. Next week as in game week 35, right?
Yeah, I think he meant game week 35.
But then Salah is playing. That's provided. That's provided the doubles are confirmed. Okay, yeah.
Because the thing that we're worrying now is will the deadline switch? I guess.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's already confirmed on the website. Let me check.
Oh.
Apparently, they put it as a game week 35 double and a game week 36 blank.
Where?
Okay.
Just check the FPL website. Go into the fixtures. Game week 35 is a double. Game week 36 is a blank.
Oh, okay.
That makes things a lot more interesting.
That makes it a lot. Okay, fair enough. That makes everything more interesting. Okay, I take that back. I apologize.
Thanks. Thanks for the info.
Oh, it's already there.
Oh, it has to be Bruno, right? He's gonna have EO over 200. It's gonna be him.
So it's
not necessarily
confirmed.
EO over 200.
Okay, maybe not
So
200.
Yeah.
Oh man, so it's confirmed already. Okay, so it's confirmed already.
Jeez.
Double game week 35. So my Madison pick. Yeah, he has a double game week. Yeah,
He has a double. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay. Here we go. So, okay, things might change now to Rohan. I think it depends whether you have Kane or not. If you have Kane, then at least, by captaining Kane, at least you have a decent captaincy pick for this week. Let me see. Next week, Man United playing against Leicester and Villa. Yeah, I see I see your point now. I think we didn't realize before the stream.
Yeah.
So in that case,
it happened midstream.
Yeah,
because it wasn't there when we first started. So yeah.
I
also
think
the thing is, right? Also the thing is, I don't think Bruno will. I think there's a chance Bruno will score against Liverpool. If I'm honest.
Yeah,
the way Liverpool playing, the way Liverpool played in the second half, and the way we've been playing in the second half.
Yeah.
By logic, it should go one way, and that's not Liverpool's. But then again, logic doesn't apply in football.
But then again, Liverpool playing away seems, I don't know, defensively more decent. I don't know. Because they've been so poor at home. So
it genuinely depends which United side turns up, because there's about 5 different versions and only about 2 of them are good.
But I mean, I think to answer Rohan's question, I think since the doubles are confirmed now, probably it's probably okay to hold to not do that transfer. Provided you have Kane. If you have Kane, then I think it's okay not to do Bruno to Son this week.
And Nick, you are holding or?
I think it depends. Like Joe said, it depends on the context. You need to have some form of Spurs attack. That's everyone's gonna have some sort of Son or Kane. If you have Kane, I think he can probably cover for Son. Having both would be great. But thank you for clarifying the doubles, because that makes planning for game 35 a lot more interesting now.
Yeah. And I think that's it. Both are holding. And now
Yep,
we move on
yep.
to another question. Who would you bet from Jota, Trent, Bruno, Greenwood, Salah? He has 5 players in that game.
Oh,
You're not the only one, mate. You're not the only one, but
oh.
How many do you want to be benched? I think
I guess
probably
he
from
wants
here.
one, right? I guess that
Oh.
coincides with his previous question because he wants to start 2 of Dunk, Vidra, and Veltman. He's already starting Dunk, so I'm guessing he benches one of these 5 for Veltman or Vidra.
I think
If
I
my
put out,
mental gymnastics is correct.
I think I put out a poll. I think many opt to bench Jota. So
I was gonna
I
say
think mostly because of last week.
for me, Bruno, Greenwood, and Salah would have to start somehow. So it would be down to Trent and Jota. Oh. Wait, so you said you had a poll that said people wanted to bench Jota? Is that what it is?
yeah, so quite a number of people are benching Jota.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Because you already have 2 United attackers, why would you start a Liverpool defender?
I was gonna say,
albeit
yeah.
it's Trent. Albeit it's Trent. It's Trent. But still, it's a defender who's playing against a team whom you have 2 attackers of. It's kind of iffy. I don't know.
I think Liverpool defensively is poorer than United, if you ask me. So, I don't know. I'll probably. Who knows? It might be a 0-0, so
It could
doesn't
be,
really matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but out of this player, I personally would bench Jota.
I'll back the Jota benching as well, probably. It goes against like all logic, but it'll probably be Jota in the 5 there.
As I said before, logic doesn't count in football.
Yeah, you're completely correct.
Okay, I think we can move on to the next question. Lacazette to Wood for a hit.
For a hit. And I don't know. Do you have any other player coming in? If not, then
Hold. Yeah, if you don't have anyone, yeah.
I mean, it depends on who plays for Lacazette for you at the moment. Lacazette to Wood for a hit. I don't know. I don't think he can score another hat trick again this week. I mean, who knows? You know, but for a hit, probably
for a hit as well. That's the thing.
Yeah.
For a hit.
That's the thing. Like I said to Wood, I wouldn't have too much problems doing it initially, but the hit.
I think Rizwan, you need to let us know who comes in for Lacazette if you don't move him out. So then only we can make a better, give a better advice on this. But if you ask solely based on this question, it's not for me personally. I wouldn't do Lacazette to Wood for a hit.
Lacazette right now is
Injured.
Eight. Yeah, he is injured, but he's 8 mil, right? And at that price, you can get a couple. If you're looking ahead, maybe some Everton attacker or some sort of.
Yep.
There's Calvert-Lewin. There's
Calvert-Lewin.
There's Cavani.
Oh, Cavani.
There's options.
Ooh.
There's
Yeah.
options.
So yeah.
But I think Cavani's minutes are still being managed, I think, if you ask me.
He's 34, and he has his injury record is worse than Phil Jones. So yeah, he has to be managed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Everton attack, Richarlison or DCL would look very tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Especially with the double game week confirm.
Yeah.
And I don't think many will go down that path as well. I think most will be stuck with Kane and Iheanacho. And probably a 6-man striker if they play a 3-4-3. So yeah.
Oh, planning on he just said planning on bench.
Yeah, there's another guy. So I don't want to take risk on Lacazette since he's injured, and I have to go for DCL or Wood. So between them,
DCL, bro. DCL. Boom. Oh wait. Planning on a bench boost.
So basically, he's going to come in on a bench boost, and he wants to take Lacazette out for someone who actually plays.
DCL plays at home against Villa, and
Villa.
Wood plays
Plays-
at home, I think, against West Ham.
West Ham, yeah.
So wow, tough one.
Look at DCL's numbers.
DCL's numbers pretty poor recently. I think Everton's numbers
Because
as a whole.
He was injured, right?
Yeah, I
He
mean,
was injured,
yeah,
and Everton as a whole aren't that good anymore.
for now, yeah, that's the issue. But DCL has a double game week coming up. So
I really don't see Wood scoring a couple more. That sounds really mean, but I don't know. I don't know, man.
But if you look at Wood's record, I mean, including his hat trick, he has scored 6 goals in the past 6. But he doesn't have a double game week. But he plays Fulham on game week 35. So I mean, if you're looking at solely on bench boost,
He's free hitting double game week, so it doesn't really matter.
oh, okay.
Saving all the
Oh.
chips for he saved all the chips for last.
Wow.
Oh, he still has his chips. This guy, bro.
In that case, I think it makes the case for Wood a lot more
Yeah.
appealing because
Yeah,
he plays
yeah,
34,
yeah.
he plays 36.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes the case for Wood a lot more appealing. Yeah,
Yeah. That puts things in context.
Mhm.
Yeah. So probably would. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, form of his life. He likes to rack up the XGs and he's playing at home. Yeah.
And also fair play for having all your chips still, or not all of them, but still having chips at this point in the season.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Go ahead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, next question. If you think it's gonna get easier, it actually doesn't. Spoiler. Gonna want to Matthias Pereira or Bamford to Wood. Thinking of free hitting next week. So basically, again, it's for 34 and maybe 36. One of the two.
Pereira.
I would back a Pereira. I was gonna say, if I wasn't rolling, I would have taken a punt on Pereira because I need to chase. I like the look of Pereira.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you shouldn't have
So-
City in your squad anymore. So get rid of Gundo.
Man City
That's
after
really mean, but-
February.
Yep. Pereira. I will go for Pereira.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I just figured out? I think I can move people around. There we go.
Whoa.
I just realized it now.
It's okay. I was fine at the bottom. That's okay.
Yeah. One was my seat. Get out. Okay. After that, I think this is the final one. There's really nothing much else. Thoughts on double game week 35, I guess.
I think probably thoughts on game week 35. Basically, I think maybe he meant which teams should we bring in. I think firstly you need to look at teams that will blank on game week 36 first. So based on Ben's, let me see.
It kind of sucks that this whole thing is confirmed while we're doing the show rather than before. We would have had about 15 minutes to prepare if we did. But yeah, it is what it is.
So maybe I can share Ben's.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me
Sure.
put it up. Okay, can you see? Oops.
Yeah.
I think
This is it.
it's been blocked up by the comment.
Oh, sorry. Let me just remove it.
So I think if you look at the teams with the double game weeks, and doesn't have a blank, you're looking at Villa, Palace, Everton, and Southampton. And out of these 4 teams, I think Palace has the best fixture. Everton, I think probably is the second one. And I think Villa, I think most of us probably have at least one or even two Villa players. I think they are still decent, but I would think, Palace, I think we pretty much dismiss the whole team, but I really like the look of Zaha. I really like the look of Zaha. Usually, this is where he suddenly becomes a beast.
Yeah.
His
Every
annual
season.
play for a move season. His
Yeah,
annual play for a move.
Yeah, it's that time of the season again where he plays for a move.
Which he never gets.
Yeah, which he never gets. But I think, playing against Sheffield United and Southampton, I think Zaha is someone that you can consider. And then, of course, Everton players, we can all start considering them. Digne, DCL, Richarlison, some even mentioned Sigurdsson, and also Seamus Coleman, which is an interesting player, interesting prospect. He does has his rotation risk, but if he plays, he's really attacking on the right hand side. Other teams, Arsenal, I think, I don't know. Probably personally, I probably would stay away from Arsenal. Chelsea, I think if you still have the defenders, you keep them. But I'm not so sure whether I would want to bring them in playing against City and Arsenal and then blanking on game week 36. I think pretty much almost everyone has at least one defender from Chelsea. So that's already one bench spot being taken up on 36. I probably wouldn't load up more. Leicester, interesting. I think their fixtures are quite decent. And then I think most of us, if not, the people watching here, mentioned who Iniacho. So that's one bench spot already taken for game week 36. So maybe you can bring at least one more if you fancy. Castagna is a good option. I think Fofana is not too bad as well. If you fancy double up, if you have the cash, then of course you can go for Vardy or Madison. But mind you, these teams are blanking on game week 36. But of course, if you're talking about free hit on game week 35, then yeah, you don't have any worries. So I think Leicester, they are quite good options to consider. And of course, there's Man United. I think Shaw is still up there for the players to own. I think maybe some of us might consider bringing in Bruno back again. Personally, I don't know. I don't have a free hit, and I really need to consider the blank game week 36. So I'm trying to limit myself on owning the players. I think I've already have four players at the moment that are blanking on game week 36. So as much as I'm tempted to bring in more players, but I'll probably go for one of the four teams at the top, which doesn't blank on game week 36. So if you look at Everton, they have West Ham, they have Villa, and then they play at home to Southampton, and after that Wolves. So decent fixtures all around. Sorry.
It's Sheffield United, not
Southampton. Oh, sorry. Sheffield United.
The same thing. They're both bad.
Same thing.
So I mean, yeah, good fixtures as well for Everton after the double game week. Palace, I think not too bad as well, playing home to Villa and Arsenal. So they are also not too bad. Only Zaha, I think he's the only player worth considering for Palace. Maybe Eze if you are trying to be adventurous, but I don't think so. For me, I think only Zaha is worth considering his price as well. So yeah, so these are the sort of like a short summary. I'm touching on double game week.
So I think you bring up a good point midway through where you said I think a lot of us who are still playing the game we've probably loaded up a bit on United, Leicester, and Chelsea assets, most of us.
Yep.
Majority of the team, right? So those teams are going to have a double, which is great, but then we have to keep in mind that they're going to not perform in 36. I think as with every double game week, it's important to remember that we cannot get too carried away trying to load up on those top 4 teams we see there: Villa, Palace, Everton, Southampton. You can have a couple, right? A few, punts, but we don't want to overload, right? And at the same time, with every double game week, don't overlook the single fixtures as well. We're looking at Liverpool's fixture is pretty okay with the Southampton. I mean, what else we got? Maybe Wolves. Wolves are not really, but Tottenham, maybe it's Spurs, right? Spurs, Burnley, right? But the Liverpool fixture looks really nice. So yeah.
Yep. The Liverpool fixture is probably the one that out of the single game weeks, that one stands out the most. Other than that, I think Spurs away to Leeds, a bit tricky, that one. But I think most of us already, because since we target game week 34, we are most probably gonna keep, because if you look at subsequent game weeks, Spurs, they have quite decent fixtures after game week 35 as well, and they don't blank game week 36. So we have to balance things out, for sure.
Yeah, especially when we don't have a free hit. So
That's about it. Anything else to add? Or
I think there's one more question.
I think we pretty much covered. Yeah, there's one more question there. With Rafinha out, who do I play? Jota versus Man United, or Cody versus West Brom, or Holding versus Newcastle?
I would back the attacker.
Yeah,
it's just
an
inner hunch,
Me too.
Definitely not Holding. We've already settled that we're not gonna stay away from the Arsenal defenders.
I would play Jota. Yeah.
The thing about the 2 defenders is, right, on paper, it kind of looks good.
Good fixtures.
But it's like, it flatters to deceive, the fixtures. So you kind of have to back the attacker.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I guess that's it. No other questions coming in. So, yeah, I think we can just wrap up the show now. It's going on for a bit too long. So yeah, that's I think the chat's asleep. So yeah, let's just end the show here. And Joe, thanks for being fit again. Hopefully you're fit for next week as well. We'll see.
I mean, double game week, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, we need you on for that one. And Nick, how's your debut going? You enjoyed it?
It's good. Yeah, I had a great time. Went longer than expected, but that's okay. Good debut.
And that's about it. And why such? Okay, now I get it. It has to go this way.
I think you did a great job of hosting,
Sam.
I think you did a good job.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Nick. So that's about it. Back to this annoying face again. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn the post notifications on, all that good stuff. And follow all of us at JoeFPL, at FPL_Nitro, and this handle over here. Yeah, this is the part I miss Craig. He always takes the piss out of the handles, but I'll just take the piss out of mine. So yeah, follow this handle, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a good game. Have a good game week. May all your arrows be green. And see you all on Tuesday morning Malaysian time, Monday evening UK time after the blackout. Sayonara.